All right, before we start recording, let me just play around with the little cam. Hang on. Yes, sir. Okay, that's fire. Thumbs up the video. All right, all right, all right. Let's get into it. Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gifted X Buckets. You can follow your host with the most, Gifted X Blade, on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all things gifted at Gifted X Blade. Like and subscribe. I really need that. It helps the channel grow. I appreciate the support on these last few videos. It's been crazy. I couldn't do it without none of y'all. Shout out to y'all. But without further ado, let's get into it. Today is October 25th. Last night the Warriors played the Kings and we were able to win. So I'm going to detail my team in this video. For those of you who don't know, I am a Warriors fan. I just like hoops, so I've talked everything but my team, but we're finally here. It's time to talk about the 2021 through 2022 Golden State Warriors. This season, the Golden State Warriors have started 3-0 in wins against the Lakers, the Clippers, and the Sacramento Kings. And the biggest reasons for that, to me, are the bench additions and subtractions compared to last season. No disrespect to Kelly Oubre, to a Bazemore, to a Alan Smiley-Geach, to a Michael Mulder, even the old guys like Quinn Cook, Alfonso McKinney. But the players that are here now on this roster have made significant impacts to our win-loss record. Bielitsa, a big man from the Kings, has shown me that he's able to put the ball on the floor, be a dynamic cutter, be a great spot-up shooter, but also be a phenomenal playmaker when he has the ball in his hands, especially as a secondary playmaking option off of the first initial pass. He's fit in tremendously, and I think he's one of the most dynamic big men that we've seen play with Stephen Curry so far in Steph's career. And I think that's really saying something. Outside of him, Jordan Poole, he took another big leap this year. He still hasn't played a great game yet, but the games he's been playing have been pretty good, and he's still getting better, right? He still has a lot of room for growth, and the fact that he's already one of the team's best dynamic shot creators, on top of his off-ball movement taking a lot of strides in that split action, I'm loving what I'm seeing from him, and I know big games are due for him. I technically know Jordan Poole because he went to the college that I went to, which is the University of Michigan. I met him in the bridge program. He has a lot of work ethic. He's a funny dude, but more importantly, the atmosphere that he gives the fans, he gives people, he's a baller, man. Like, he's willing to go for it, and he's not afraid of the big moment. So I feel like his growth this season was always destined to happen. Another big name, Otto Porter Jr. This is a guy who for his career has always shot 44 or 45% from three, but he's fit in tremendously on the defensive end, his shooting aspect, and his secondary playmaking. Guys who can make the second or third pass on the team matter a lot in the Warriors system, because it's all about getting easy baskets and open looks both on the perimeter and in the paint. And he's a high IQ guy that has fit that need seamlessly so far. The next player I want to talk about is Andrew Wiggins. He's been consistent on the defensive end. I still think he could be all NBA level defense this year. I also like how he's been able to hit timely shots. He's still getting his win underneath him, but he has been a big part of the wins we've been able to have this season. So shout out to Andrew Wiggins. I want to give him that. A lot of people give him hate. I think it's kind of unwarranted, but it's fine, right? Like, he's playing good, and I think he'll be able to play even better as the season progresses. But that brings me to another player, Damian Lee. Really sneaky player. He's been playing, I think, the third most minutes on the team. His shot making has taken a step this year on top of his secondary playmaking. Like, I've seen a lot of growth in his game, and he's been a really valuable guard to have play rotational minutes on the team. He's made a lot of winning plays as well. All of those guys have been playing well, and as a unit on this Golden State roster, and they're big reasons as to why we've been able to win a lot of these games, but I think it's time to talk about the core. Draymond Green has not come into the season in shape. He's still trying to get the win underneath him as well, but we're seeing a different Draymond this year so far. He's been more aggressive, and I think that's needed. I think there was some type of stat that said if Draymond had like 8 points, literally just 8 points, we won the majority of our games last season. So the fact that he's been able to be a bit more aggressive in that regard is crucial to helping us win ball games. I just want to see him get more conditioned and continue this aggressive effort as he continually goes. His shot looks absolutely dead, but hopefully he's able to make some type of stride in that for this season. Stephen Curry is going to be this year's MVP. I'm confident in saying that. I said that in the offseason. I think the way that he's playing right now is really well. Even on his off nights, he's still putting up a great effort for the team and helping the team win ball games. And ultimately, that's all that matters. He was god awful as far as shooting against the Lakers, but in the fourth quarter, he made the shots and the free throws and the right passes and reads that they needed ultimately to win the game. And when you're judging a superstar player, you're looking at the value they give you as far as winning. And he's been able to impact winning tremendously this season. All in all, when I look at the Warriors team, I'm very excited with what we've done, and I'm even more excited for what we can do, because I don't believe that we've had really good games to start the season. We're still waiting on a really good game from all the role players, everybody, and that speaks volumes because Klay Thompson isn't back. Moses Moody is barely playing any minutes. Kuminga is still a project, and Klay Thompson isn't back on the court. And I feel like when you look at all of those aspects of it, when those guys are actually able to come back, namely Klay, but also James Wiseman, who I understand that the team record was not phenomenal with Wiseman playing ball games. The numbers were pretty low, and we played a lot better as a team without Wiseman. But a lot of that comes down to James Wiseman's circumstance. A lot of people don't want to use context. I'm going to use context on my platform. James Wiseman played 3 college games. He came in, he caught the virus. He tried to play through injury. He had an injury end his season, and he wasn't being utilized in the pick and roll. And Steve Kerr has already come out and said this year he's chasing wins. He's not soft tanking like last year, which means James Wiseman is going to get the opportunity. And I feel like with that opportunity, he's going to play a whole lot better. So I'm high on what James Wiseman can provide. In the Lakers game, you saw Kevon Looney grab the ball and not be able to finish at the rim. James Wiseman is a different breed. If he catches that ball right there, he's going to be able to finish in the paint a lot more consistently than what Kevon Looney was, because he's just a more talented player. And I think when you look at the team all in all from that aspect, with the type of range and ceiling Klay Thompson brings to this team playing, I think we can actually win a championship this year. I don't think that's crazy to say. I think we can even beat the Lakers or whoever else comes out of the West this year. It all depends on health and how consistent we're able to play as a unit. Stephen Curry doesn't have to save us every single game when we're playing, and I like that aspect of it. So for me, I'm really enjoying the Warriors start to the season. I'm really liking what all of these pieces have been able to add to the team. And I feel like that versatility is ultimately what's going to matter, because our play style is a play style that can compete with any team in the league and beat any team in the league. So that's why I'm higher on what the Golden State Warriors are this season, and I hope that we can keep it up. I plan to document a lot more things about the Warriors this season because that's my team. So yeah, I appreciate everyone that came through. Like the video, subscribe, comment on what you guys think about the Warriors. Do you believe they're a good team, a bust team? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. I got more videos to record, more productivity to have, but we're gonna be rocking strong all season, Dubs fans and NBA fans. Peace.